show don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20.
Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Chicago Bears and the Cincinnati Bengals. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, let's do it. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Here now the offense for the Bengals.
Out of the backfield is Joe Mixon, and he was a valuable commodity coming out of the University of Oklahoma because of his ability to be so versatile. Can run it inside with power, gets to the perimeter and can outrun people, catches the ball not only out of the backfield, but you can split him out just like he would be a receiver. And I think if he wanted to dedicate himself, he'd be an all-pro kick returner.
From the 30 on second down, Mariota. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no yardage.
Okay.
And that's complete. It's Green here. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. From the gun, Mariota. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their own 43. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On second down, Montgomery. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one. A breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Check it back, check it. Watch the ship, watch the ship.
First down, Bridgewater. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. Montgomery a first down and then some. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Now they run. It's Mason. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers for Mixon last week: 24 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a third and just a few inches. Play action now. Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Now Bridgewater hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
On first down, Montgomery. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Check three. Check nickel. Watch the safety creep.
On second down, it's Montgomery. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Check 99.
They'll run here with Mason. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
They'll run on first down. It's Montgomery. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Rush in.
On second down and 4, Bridgewater. The quick slant caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Trey Burton, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now it's a bootleg with Mariota. Got his man. It's Eifert. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
He completes it to Boyd. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On play action, Mariota. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Now, the Bengals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Off the play fake, Mariota. And Eifert has it. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Jet sweep, Boyd with it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On second and a yard, Mariota. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Let's go!
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at the 19. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Mariota. He finds his running back, Mixon. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Hauschka with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 27-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And again, it's Bridgewater. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
On second and goal, Bridgewater, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Javon Wims as the first half is winding down, as the Bears push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sag.
All day. We coming all day.
So we reach half. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. Last week, good result. They were able to beat the Detroit Lions, and now they are on the good side of the scoreboard right now as well. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Check. Watch the shit. Slam. Be good.
On second down now. It's Montgomery. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, they had that one snipped out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Alert 3.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Now it's Sherman, the fullback. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
And that's why that position was created. Big, powerful, strong guy who can carry the ball and plow forward. That's exactly why you have him on the field.
Take it at the 37. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
On the ground, it's Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Check 31. Check 50. Check 50.
Play fake. Bridgewater. And he finds Montgomery complete. Call it a 3-yard gain. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Watch Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Finding Gabriel complete. 14 yards in a Chicago 1st down.
Let's go.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
The throw over the middle, taken in. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there is they were able to connect.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
You better be afraid of me. Shoot. Check 52. 25. Check 25.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They begin with a run by Mixon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter break. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the Bengals on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. 21 yards there on third down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mariota now. Caught Langford over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mariota complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They'll try and run with Mixon. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon. And the Bears will get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Go!
They run with Holyfield, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
To throw, Bridgewater. And this is Gabriel on the catch. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check one. Check one.
A carry here for Holyfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Watch the edge. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On the ground with a tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On 2nd down, it's Montgomery. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense. Countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Watch the whip. Showing it, showing it. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Bridgewater to throw it. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Mason, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. It's the fullback with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Mariota to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing is Mariota. And a completion to Wilson. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Mariota. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Chicago, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.